This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to week 7 of the Arrowverse weekly review for the 2021 to 2022 season. And this week, we're going over Armageddon episode 2 and the mid-season finales of Batwoman and Legends. And before we do that, since it's Thanksgiving, let's just say one thing I'm thankful for from each episode. And for The Flash, I'm thankful we got an amazing episode. For Legends, I'm thankful for how they handled Bishop. And for Batwoman, I'm thankful that they just pushed Jared Leto's Joker and Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy to the second worst incarnations of those characters. And since we're talking about these in the reverse order of what I just mentioned, let's talk about that train wreck of an episode of Batwoman. And yeah, they just keep getting worse. I have to congratulate them on that though. But yeah, this was a pretty bad episode, which just kind of has Mary and Alice together, and then kind of as a side plot of what's his name, Ryan's brother becoming the Joker, basically, and that's he's more for the next episode. And yeah, this is, I mean, I'm not even downing the actress. I hope she'll do better on Armageddon with what seems like such a better script. But yeah, this has been pretty brutal so far. And I'm not too interested, even if, well, Ryan lost Wayne Enterprise and stuff. Honestly, I'm way more honestly excited to see, honestly, anything Batman. And even though it's nearly midnight when I'm recording this, I may just have to watch an episode of Batman the Animated Series just to have some closure on something good with Batman tonight. And yeah, but let's play that game again. Who did it better? And just for now, I could save the. Or I'm not gonna say the full Joker thing. I'll probably forget. So we're gonna talk about who did a better Joker since we did Poison Ivy last week. And if you just want someone who is, trying to do Joker but can't really do it because of the restrictions of Warner Brothers, you can either look at the Velasquez on Gotham, or if you want one that's not exactly Joker, you can look at the Trickster on The Flash, who is played by the Joker, Mark Hamill, and that's just as good. So, if you want that, those are just, close Joker substitutes. They're still really good performances, but personally, they're nothing compared, well, first off, to Mark Hamill's Joker. And if I went through every good Joker performance, honestly, I could probably make this like a couple hour long video. So we'll just go for a few things. Basically, if Mark Hamill's the Joker in it, you should go check it out. And then, well, that's just, a full on suggestion. And I think there's very few bad things with Mark Hamill as a Joker. And one that's partially bad is Batman, the series, the Killing a Joke, which has a pretty brutal opening. But besides that, it's a good film. And with other incarnations of Joker, you can look at honestly anything with a Joker in it. Another one I recommend is Dark Knight Returns, which has another great Joker. There's The Dark Knight, the Joker film, and those are just great suggestions off the top of my head. But basically, see literally anything with a Joker in it, including Suicide Squad, and you're gonna get something better than this discount Joker. So now let's move to Legends. And Legends also had a fun episode. It had some interesting stuff brought up and introduced a new interesting threat. And I was able to redeem Bishop with him sacrificing himself to save the Legends. And yeah, I think that all of this was done well. And it was interesting to see. I had a lot of fun watching this. And they handled some of the, more political stuff pretty well. Personally, I just have a fun time watching Legends, and don't really have too much to say. It's definitely interesting that there will be evil Legends robots that will be the threat, and they'll have to take down evil Gideon. But it seems that they have now returned to the present, and they will be able to stack up on better time travel equipment like time couriers. So I am excited to see that, and I think that this has been fun. Don't have too much more to say. So now let's move on to the big one, The Flash Armageddon. And if Batwoman was really a failure of the worst day ever for a hero, The Flash has just done extremely well at that. The Flash, that was a brutal episode, but brutal in a good way. This episode just went and tore Barry down, and I think it was really intense. Personally, I really enjoyed what they were able to do, and I'm excited to see how they continue it because, well, that was brutal what they did to Barry, and if he is starting to lose his mind, well, I wouldn't blame him. So let's talk about all of the crazy stuff that just happened in The Flash, and yeah, I've had over a day to sit with this, so let's go into it. First, we have just that intense, you know, stuff that it opens it up with. Barry being accused of being a mole and potentially being able to lose his job as he's put on suspension. We get more hints towards what happened to Joe, and then we continue to see Barry be beat down as Star Labs is closed by the city because of a radiation leak, and then we see things get so much worse. Barry seems to have lost Wallace's mind when he's going to fight a telepath. And honestly, I think just the design was something I didn't really like. That was my only complaint with this episode. I didn't really like the design of the villain, but that's really it. Continuing on to the rest of it, yeah, we had some brutal stuff happen as we continue. After Star Labs is closed, Barry attacks first Team Flash, and then after defeating the villain, he both attacks citizens and then learns that Joe has been dead for 6 months And apparently the actor has been seen filming stuff, but my best guess is either Barry's stuck in some kind of hallucination, which I don't think is gonna happen because I think that would just hurt everything that happened. But I do think that we may get a flashback to Joe's death, and they just put in later so people won't even think that Joe is dead. But wow, that was brutal. I can't believe that they did that, and it was pretty crazy that they did. But yeah, just going over that stuff, that was intense. Continuing on to everything else they did, we had some pretty crazy moments that we continued to see. We're seeing, how first there was a lot of hints towards Joe being dead, and the only thing that was kind of pushing against it was the fact that I wasn't sure that they would kill off such a major character off screen. And that was, the one piece of doubt in my mind. I was thinking, this is so likely to happen. Like, Barry's could have totally lost his mind. And, maybe stuff happened, and maybe Joe is dead, but I'm just like, I don't think they'll kill such a major character off screen. And it turns out that I was wrong. And it's both a good thing and a bad thing that I was wrong. I think it was definitely a good twist, and it helps Barry, well, feel even worse. But on the other hand, Joe was such a great character, and it just feels so weird to just have him just be dead. But I still think that it was done well. It's just like one of those things where it's like, oh, it hurts so much to say that it was good, but it was so good. Yeah, and Barry's now with Black Lightning asking him for help, and I'm also excited to see that. I think that they had a good time together in Crisis. The Black Lightning wasn't my favorite show. I still think that there was a good job done with Black Lightning. But to finish up, I'm wondering, what you think of Armageddon? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And I am not 100% sure if there is a Young Justice episode coming out today because it's Thanksgiving. But if there is, I will have the review out tomorrow. That's something I didn't even think of until like just now. So if it's out, I will do a review. If it's not, then there won't be a review. But either way, I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.